Welcome to Perth's #1 podcast. You're listening to the Jamo and Dylan Show.
Yeah, we're on the way to Dunsborough, little mad trip with the boys. We're celebrating.
G'day guys and welcome back to the Jamo and Dylan Show. It is episode 167. Happy days.
We've got a big one
days.
today.
We do. Lots and lots of stuff
Lots
sent
to talk about. Lots is happening.
We appreciate
Lots is
it.
happening in Perth.
Yes.
It's crazy what's
Definitely.
the news that's come out in the past few days.
Lots of celebrities and influencers and sporting stars coming to
We've
Perth.
got Smurf, young Smurf from Animal Kingdom.
Yes. Janine Cody.
Yep.
Yep.
What's her name? Lisa George?
Layla George. Yep.
Everyone message her, please. It's getting
Layla
filmed like
George.
in our suburb.
Leila.
In our city. It's crazy.
Wonderful actress. She's really well in Animal Kingdom. We love that show. We'd love to
We're
have her
going to be sending emails after this. We've sent some DMs,
Yep.
but we've been left not even on red with a lot of our DMs.
Yep.
It's quite sad.
Logan Paul and Mike Malak are coming to Perth as
Yeah,
well.
so everyone please, whatever, Twitter,
Yep.
Facebook, I don't care where you message them, we need it. We need
KSI is coming
something.
to Australia. Don't know if it's Perth or not, but, you know, we'd travel, wouldn't we?
Surely. He wouldn't come on our show. It's sad.
But we would travel.
Yeah, we would travel for anything.
Yeah, we would.
We'll go on their show.
Who else? There's a long list of people.
Cal Freezy and Chip, put in a good word with KSI for us.
Yes, please.
Please.
Speaking of those boys, thanks for the little shout out on their latest podcast, the fellas.
It was wrong.
It
though.
was wrong,
You gave
yeah.
the scenario. It wasn't chickens. It was
No,
birds.
it was never chickens. It's because they were talking about gay chickens in their
Yeah.
podcast. They got a bit confused.
And I feel like that changed. Like
It did
chickens
change.
completely changes instead of birds.
Yeah, it does. Because they had Theo Baker on the show.
Yeah.
And Theo was like, oh, well, chickens can't fly, but birds can. And birds was what the thing was about.
So, but that's okay. We'll
Shout out to those
We'll
boys.
take it. We'll take the lads.
As you guys know, we've been reaching out because we love having guests on the show. Obviously,
trying, bro.
I love these episodes,
Yeah.
but we learn so much when we have guests
And it's good
on.
for you. Always gain followers because you gain their followers.
Yeah.
You know, you get a boost, and
Yeah.
it's nice. We want to get to 20K, 25.
And it's also good because, like, whenever people come up to us in public, they always say they like this particular guest episode. Like, we've had people say they love the Street X one with Dan
Yeah.
Bradshaw. People love the Kit Dealer one. Like, the business
one
side
that did
ones.
Kid Jewel one did well.
Yeah, Luke
remember?
Kidgel, Australian comedian, that did well. But his people were good. They crossed over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's important for us to grow as a podcast and as people by getting guests on.
We're trying. Everyone's coming to
we
Perth.
are.
All these fighters are coming to Perth. You know, we've sent messages to everyone. Again,
trying
we're
hard.
trying. We tried to get to the event,
Yeah.
but you know,
And Instagram don't give us the blue tick because they're disrespectful.
emails not replied to lately.
No,
If anyone can hook us up in UFC, again, much appreciated.
indeed. That would be
We'll hire
great.
you.
We reached out to someone who tried to make one of the biggest, most extravagant music festivals in the world.
We did.
What was his name?
Billy?
Billy McFarland. I remember, and I'll never forget. Moneybags.
So we as we said last week, we were sending lots and lots and lots of DMs, emails, whatever.
Why did he
And
pop into your head? Because he was
I've
on...
watched him on an Elk Boys podcast,
Right.
and I just thought, you know, he only had 14K followers, so I was like, surely we'll pop up. And
I wonder if that's a fresh account straight out of prison.
it is, yeah, because
Yeah?
I think all his old shit got, you know, because he's a
Taken
fraudster.
down. He is a fraudster.
Anyway, so then, you know, message him, would you like to come on? And then he goes, yeah, hey boys,
Quick
do you-
reply.
yeah, do you offer a speaking fee? And then, so we're thinking, oh, I didn't like, well, no, we never have. We've never, you know, we just didn't know that was a thing.
And you said, oh, we haven't had to so far,
What's
but what
your-
are
what's
you
your
thinking?
price? And then he says he'll do 1,800 USD for 60 minutes.
Which is $2,500
grand, bro.
Australian dollars.
Man's
Which-
out here still asking for money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really, bro?
$2,500 out of our pocket. And what do we get? Nothing.
I cannot give him money out of all
No,
people.
no.
No offense at all. You done your time and shit, but still, bro, like, me giving you money?
It's on like
That's wild,
the
man.
blacklist of people to give money to.
That's wild, bro. You can't
Because-
trust this man with your money. Maybe he's a good bloke. Maybe you can have dinner. We don't know because we won't do the podcast.
In a business, there's return on investment. And I don't think ours would be very high if we
Not with-
spent $2,500.
no, it would have been good for free. He could have.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
for
probably
sure.
would have done all right.
Probably would have
some
been good for him to
TikToks.
get, you know, some Australians on his side.
And $2,500.
Yeah.
I can't.
I wonder what prison. Do you reckon
Well, he's got to pay back millions. I guess
people
that's
did
a
bad
start.
things to him in prison, or maybe not because he
I
didn't
feel
do
like
a bad
I think he would
crime.
be all right. I reckon
Yeah?
he was all right.
How long was he in for? Years? I think it was a few
I want to
years.
say between 3 to 6. I just
Okay.
can't remember
I'm
properly.
thinking like 5.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Must have been interesting. So it would have been
Indeed.
good to talk about.
Mm.
I bet you didn't charge Nelk, but I guess
No.
we're not there yet.
Or Nelk would have the money as well. So,
Yeah, the 2.5K to them would be nothing. He would have done it for free though, because a big platform,
indeed.
saturated market these days.
Facts. What does
All
this
these big
person have to
dogs.
say, Dill? Little message we got sent in?
Yeah, I actually have forgotten
A
what he
topic,
said.
not
But
Not a who's
yeah, I
punching.
thought this one would be a good topic.
Not a voice, not a confession.
Okay, so we were talking about a fly in the car, and it's
Correct.
going. So he does a new one with a ball.
Okay, ball.
Alright.
Right.
On this topic, when you chuck a ball up and catch it while you're in the car, why does it stay in the same spot? Shouldn't it go flying to the back of the car? You're now a few Ks in front of where the ball was initially thrown, yet it stays right in front of you.
I think because there's no wind. There's no wind resistance,
It's just such a fascinating, everything we
is.
have with it, it's fascinating.
It's got to be the wind resistance because you're in an enclosed space.
So there's nowhere for it to go?
Correct. And we can move freely in the car without being pushed back.
Yeah, we can.
Although
what a
when-
magical invention, bro, the car.
When you whack your foot down on the accelerator, you do get sprung back.
Do you reckon if you threw the ball up and whacked the accelerator, it would go back a little bit?
Yes.
That's sick.
But when you're at a constant speed, I think that's what he means. Let's say you're on the highway going 100 Ks
Yeah.
and you throw it up. Your speed isn't changing from when you're throwing it up.
Yeah.
We're getting smarter
Yeah,
right
there's
now.
it stays constant.
Yeah.
I actually feel like we're explaining this way better.
But if you go from 50 kilometers to 100 and you're throwing the ball up, it would move backwards.
we're getting smarter. Everyone's going to be fucked, bro.
We are.
I can actually
It's
feel
crazy.
it.
Oh,
You feel smarter?
Yeah, in my veins and
Yeah.
stuff. Smarter equals stronger
Yes, yeah. See, there's no resistance.
in some ways.
Wow, that's wild.
People weren't happy. You said law of relativity was some certain person, and it's not.
Oh,
It was
really?
a different person.
Oh, well, let's see who made it.
Law of relativity was invented by someone else. They weren't happy. I saw the TikTok comments. They were quite abusive towards
It's all these
you.
Americans who think they're smart.
Yeah.
And it was by Albert Einstein, apparently.
Oh, Albert. Well, we should get him on.
They're pretty much the same dude, bro. Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? They're all
facts.
cousins, bro. Relax.
Definitely.
They're all bros. Okay, this story was wild, bro. So I was at work, okay? And I just want to say I didn't know bullying happened outside of high school, and this is
Right.
bullying happening between 70-year-old men.
Two 70-year-old men.
Okay, so I'm standing at the counter, right, just chilling, like
One
watching.
thing, were they friends?
No.
Okay,
This is what
right.
makes it weird, right? But
Right.
this is part of the story. So I just finished serving a lady
Yes.
who was in her 60s, and I reckon the bloke was in his 70s. He's in a wheelchair. They turn left and walk out of the store. At the entrance of the store are another group of old people, 3 old people, 2 women and a man. The bloke's also 70. As the wheelchair guy wheels past him, the old boy, right, leans down, taps him and goes, "You got a driver's license for that thing, mate?"
Oh, no.
And starts laughing, right? And he goes, and then the wheel guy wheels off. And then the 2 friends turn to him and go, "Oh, do you know him?" And the old guy was like, "Nah," and started laughing. And I was just like, what the fuck, bro?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
To kneel down.
He
one,
knelt down
demeaning.
and said, "Do you have a driver's license for that?" And then started laughing, laughed multiple times.
It's
I
not
wasn't
even-
friends with him, never knew the
No.
bloke. I was like, I can't believe I just saw that. Bullying in your 70s. Imagine at 70 years old, you get bullied like that by another old dude, bro.
I don't know.
And I just thought to myself, I thought that man must have been a menace his whole life.
Yeah, he would have been a dickhead all through school.
He would have
high
just,
school,
and he still is.
on the work side.
He's consistently a dickhead.
to his wife. And now just
He's
the
with
old
2
men.
Yorkers, bro. They must
with
have
2 women.
2 women. He might have 2 wives. He plays that way.
Wow.
I could not believe what I heard. I just thought that's insane.
Were you in a bit of shock at the
I
time?
was in shock, particularly when he goes, "Nah," to the "Did you know him?" And he was laughing.
Wow.
Do you have a license for that?
Do you witness a lot of interesting things working at the Bottle-O?
A little bit. Mostly just you get a lot of crackies
Yeah.
or Not as
Speaking
many
of-
thefts lately.
Speaking of crackies,
Last night. We had a
So-
wonderful day.
yeah, we did. Go through it.
So, you know, Wednesday night is indoor. We film on Thursdays lately.
Yep.
Just helps with, you know, our editors, our
Structure
team.
as well.
Yeah, we're restructuring the business, you know,
are.
as we're a bit more switched on
Yes.
scientifically these days.
Oh, just mentally expanding.
So, you know, we played our second grading game. We won 5-2. We were very good.
yep.
Wiped the floor with them. We were all over them.
Yep.
Then we go to Nandos after. It's become a tradition, 2 weeks in a row. It's been great.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, we're at the end of our meal and we see two mums,
Yes.
right, with the pram. So they have 2 kids with them, 2 mums. And, you know, initially they were nice looking mums, you
Yeah.
know, so you naturally just go, oh, that's, you know, look at these nice, you know, hot mums, right? No worries. And then they're waiting and we're thinking, oh, who are they waiting for? Like, you know, they need a lift. For some reason, an Uber or taxi pulls up, number one.
So we're at like this shopping type place, and there's like a lane which
Like a
is
taxi
for
lane, yeah.
rideshare people.
One shows up and something goes wrong and he drives off.
She's
And she
hurling
starts
abuse at
abusing, right? And we see like a bit of the street come out of her. Straight away we go, yeah, that's pretty unattractive.
We keep observing, and then we see
It starts to really deteriorate.
what looks like a pregnant woman.
She was vaping pregnant.
Yeah, and blowing it in the
We
baby's
didn't know.
face.
Yeah, so she has a kid in her hand and she starts vaping.
Didn't care.
And then, right? So they call Uber number 2. They're waiting. They're abusing a car that's
Yep, just
pulled
parked
over.
there, yep.
You know, they're filming them like full crackhead
Taking
stuff.
photos.
Taking photos like, how dare you park here? I can't get, what am I going to do with my kids? Like, and then they pull up, right? And a little Uber came.
Really
Remember,
small
they've
car.
got 4 people,
Like
two
a Hyundai Getz
2
type
women,
car.
2 kids, 2 prams.
Yeah.
And it's literally a Getz, like something like that.
Far too much to fit in a small car.
He pops up, and I don't think he was even called. I think it was like she's just said he was there, maybe, you know, going to get dinner. She's going, can you take us home? Like,
Yeah.
the other one's vaping pregnant. It was insane. I've never seen a pregnant lady vape before.
No, you always hear about it, but you don't see it live in the flesh.
No, bro, she didn't give a fuck. And like you said, she was doing it with a kid in her hand. And there's no way it was just flavored. That was some nicotine vape. You
Yeah.
could tell, bro. Anyway, somehow, so they pop one kid. I think one pram,
Fold
they just,
it up.
Yep, and then they took the seat out and they popped that kid in the left-hand side of the back
Yeah.
seat. Then they packed the rest of their car. Oh, they pulled out a fucking...
It was like a
It was like 3 meters long. I don't know what it was, bro.
yeah, I reckon it was 2 meters long, and it was like
But it came out absolutely nowhere. It was a rectangular. I don't know what was
there's
in there.
no way it fit in anything.
No.
They pulled it out like it was a Mary Poppins bag.
So in this little boot of a car, they then put like a pram, all their luggage, everything. They fold up the other pram, pop it in the front seat. And we're thinking, where's everyone going to fit? 2 mums squish in the back with a kid just holding the baby. And then this Uber driver just drives off smiling. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
It was outrageous when they pulled that.
I couldn't believe it.
Must have been like 1.5 meters long. It was. I think it was like a water dispenser or something. Ones that you have in a workplace or like a dentist.
It was just some cracky, like, and it was funny how their attractiveness just went down rapidly, bro.
Oh,
Like,
within 30
as soon as
seconds.
she snapped and started swearing and being a bit, you know, like, it was like the filter was removed. And then all of a sudden, the nice mum becomes this vaping crackhead.
Yeah,
It was insane, bro.
It was yucky.
It was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable.
And then you just don't. And then we saw a dude doing a wheelie on a bike, like a 40-meter wheelie on his
Yeah,
bicycle with
shirt
a
off.
mullet with a shirt off. I don't know.
And like,
Andrew says, I've just seen a rodent. It was a cockroach.
yeah, no, that actually, bro. So our friend Andrew goes, "Oh, there's a rodent on the floor,"
And I'm thinking, oh no, like not mice, not a big rat, bro. Like,
and he goes, "It's running around." And in my head, I'm going, "What? So there's a rat on the road?" And he goes, "Yep." So then you and I look at each other. We're like,
I'm
"Oh,
starting to
fuck."
look like I don't want this big rat on
Because
my
we
feet.
hate rats.
Like, yeah, it's you know, it makes me sick, bro.
And then this little cockroach walks past him, and he goes, "There it is."
And it was a little
It's a cockroach, mate. It's not a rodent.
unbelievable.
Oh, it was funny though.
See Michael Clark?
What's
Getting
happened?
there's footage of him and Carl Stefanovic having a big argument. Michael Clark's got his shirt off. He's like, fuck you. Like, Crazy.
I saw a like screenshot of his shirt off and he was in the street.
Yeah,
So
bro.
what, were they at a party?
Just
or
I don't know what's going on, but there was some words being
a
exchanged.
little orgy?
Yeah, or maybe,
No,
bro.
I
You
don't
don't know what happens at these levels.
Oh, I had this to bring up. So I've seen TikToks about it. People post it on Instagram stories and stuff. And I've heard it a lot from people in general. So what are your thoughts on sneezing, Dylan? Do you enjoy it? Do you dislike it?
I always do a triple. I don't know why, but I'm a triple sneezer.
Yeah, you do a lot of doubles here, I've noticed.
Yeah, I do a double. I'm a double or triple. It's never a single. If it's a single, I know something's wrong. Something's
Now,
about to happen. Maybe I'm not okay.
Let's talk about the sensation it gives you. Does it make you feel happy, sad, anything?
Relieved? Mine I feel like mine are like, there's a bit in them.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
I feel relieved in my chest after I sneeze.
I've heard a lot of women say that they enjoy sneezing and it gives them a sensation.
For real? I wouldn't say it's not getting me going, bro.
No. So let me Google this. I'll go,
Wow.
do women get a sensation whilst sneezing?
Are you're talking about like a sensation?
Yeah, sensation. Okay.
God damn.
Getting freaky is sneezy really... sorry, sneezy.
Getting sneezy, bruv.
Bro, is sneezing really 1/8 of an orgasm? What?
So
I've heard this from a couple of people
They
before.
get a micro orgasm with a sneeze.
Very
This
micro.
This is unbelievable.
Very micro, but people do say they enjoy it. A lot of women enjoy sneezing, right? This is from the University of Sydney. Sexologist Vanessa Thompson told Business Insider there is no, what's that word?
There is cumulative
Cumulative
yeah.
with sneezing. So no amount of sneezing is going to feel like an orgasm.
Okay.
However, it's like a myth. Is it a myth?
That's
Is it real?
unbelievable.
Do women get a nice feeling when
A
they
sensation when they sneeze.
sneeze? Personally, when I sneeze, I don't really like it.
I don't get a sensation.
Yeah,
I just feel relieved.
My sneeze is quite loud and
Yeah, apparently Carly always gets annoyed. She says mine are loud. I'm thinking, what do you want me to do?
yeah.
Like,
Mine almost spiral me into like a negative hay fever type
Wow,
effect.
okay.
Where if I sneeze once, my day's ruined.
yeah.
Because the rest of the day is going to be like runny nose, sneezing. I've got to take a tablet. Like it's a
Kryptonite
nightmare.
for you.
It is. So when people say they enjoy sneezing, I can't really get on board with it. But when I know that women enjoy sneezing,
'Cause they're
every
getting a
time they sneeze,
sensation.
I grin. I'm like, yeah, that's good. Like they're having a good day.
Little cute sneezes too.
Yeah, like
Wow. I'm gonna look at a sneezing woman completely different. What's going on, bro?
But yeah, it's just something I've heard over the past couple of years and I wanted to explore it on the podcast. It popped into my head
That is crazy.
and I just thought,
What a thought.
let's have a chat about it. So women, let us know, do you enjoy sneezing? Is this a complete myth? Let us dive a bit deeper into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We commented on Logan Paul's Twitter and we already got some responses. They basically just said, he don't know who you are.
Yep.
No.
No.
There'll be a lot of protective Americans who would
Yeah,
be like,
yeah.
who are these guys?
Yeah.
How did they get on? It's like when we went to Melbourne and some people were like, well, why do you deserve to be the brown lane?
A lot of people have also like commented on Impulsive's TikTok and said, why are you going to Perth? It sucks.
Yeah.
When a lot of these people have never been to Perth before.
Beautiful city.
It is a beautiful city. Come here for, 5 days, amazing trip.
Yeah.
Come here for any longer.
At least you can
a
get
little bit
consistent good
bored.
weather, you know?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Great weather. February will be great weather too.
Yeah.
Just
It's
coming
March
out of the hot
as well.
season a bit. Actually, no, it'll still be really hot.
How's Melbourne weather looking at the moment? Let me see.
I think it's up and down
Like usual,
like usual. The other day at the Australian Open, it was 36. Next day, it was 19.
Yeah, they were going crazy. They were like heat wave. Yeah. Oh, what? So this is Melbourne summer, right?
Mhm.
I'll do the next as
Do
much
like
as I can
5
say.
days, 6 days.
22, 24, 25, 27.
To be fair, that's like nice weather.
And then they have a few rainy days.
Not really beach days though, are
Sydney's all cloudy, 22, 23, 22. This is Perth. This is how we do it here. The big dogs, right? 35, 37, 33, 33, 33. That's how we roll.
they? We handle the heat. We're good in the
We
pressure
don't,
cooker.
You know, a little 36 heat wave, mate.
We thrive.
Relax, you know?
Thrive.
Come on, go inside.
36 is a reg day. On
It-
the regular.
Yeah, man. You get a few days of 36 in a row, no worries.
100%.
Like
It's
today's like 32 and we're like, oh, beautiful.
It's funny, like I don't really like the really hot days.
I don't like 36 or more. I think that like 38's too hot because you feel it burning, your car's fucked. Like,
but I still appreciate it.
yeah.
Because it gives you the option.
It's good at night time. If you go out at 6 and go to a nice area in Perth, like Cottesloe or the river, and it's like, because the temp drops there. So if it's 35 in the suburbs, it'll be like 32 there, but it's like a 26-degree night. It's cool air. It's beautiful. Oh, is it coming?
Yeah, there's a sneeze coming on, but I'm just trying to not do it. That's the thing. Girls will force out a sneeze. I will stop a sneeze.
With
just pressure to the forehead. That's what I do.
Get rid.
Yeah, let me know if you guys do that.
Get
But,
rid.
Dyl, I've got a question for you. As you were saying, it's a really nice time of night, you know, that sunset type time.
Yeah.
What is your favourite time of the day in general?
Oh, in general, okay.
Mine personally is that sunset time, maybe even just a little bit after sunset when it's cooling down a bit more. Especially in Perth summer, you get really hot days and then it cools down a bit in the night and you can have some beautiful nights like you were saying.
Yeah, nights are really great.
I've heard a lot of early risers say that like the 5 a.m.'s nice.
Oh, I wouldn't know because I'm not a 5
No, but you and I do know that the times we have woken up at that time, the air is fresh and you feel like a good human.
I feel better when I wake up earlier than like, you know, if you wake up at 9, I feel like a bum, but...
I feel like at sunset there's optimism in the air.
Yeah, the sky looks really good at Perth at night because obviously the sun sets over the ocean.
Yep.
We're lucky with that in the West Coast. So you get a nice like purpley orange haze sometimes. It is good, yeah.
We should go and play tennis at Cottesloe again.
We should. We're trying to get Josh to come to golf, but he's a nerd.
Yeah,
bro.
we wanted to play golf tomorrow.
Antibiotics.
Yeah, I'm on antibiotics.
I'm on anti-bees.
sick. I'm really unwell.
I am sick.
He's this athlete, but he gets sick all the time.
Failed athlete. I'm annoyed at him because he ruined our Friday.
He did. Like, I was so looking forward to the Friday. Next Friday, maybe?
I just want to go play 9 rounds of golf.
Yeah, same.
Like,
It's
what
not
the
that
fuck,
hard.
bro? I just
It's
want to
not
get a
that hard.
buggy
Yep.
and drive around a golf course. I don't care about the bond. We told him we'd take care of the bond.
We should get a buggy each.
Yeah, who cares, bro? We'll pay 2 bonds. I just really want to do it. It'll be so much fun.
He said, oh, this is how nerdy and little wimpy he is. He goes, I'll come on one condition.
Can't film me shooting.
You can't film me hitting the
Bro,
golf balls.
No one knows how to play golf.
No.
There's like 3 people who know how to play golf. No one actually, like, come on. It's a real time commitment.
And then we sort of
They must
came
hate their wives.
We came to an agreement that we could put a few of his shots on.
And we'll put all of them on.
We will, because we have editing power.
Oh, ultimate power.
And what does he have?
Nothing. Antibiotics.
His wimpy little excuses. Anyway, we'd love to have him on the show.
Yeah.
We would. Oh, we also got in contact with Hamish and Andy's producer, right? He's been friends with them for a long time. He, I think he also is on radio with
He
Christian
seemed
O'Connell.
keen, and then he left us on red, so that's sad.
Yeah.
I thought our lives were going to change.
Yeah, I thought we'd have him on the show. It'd be amazing.
Mate,
Who knows?
Imagine
Maybe.
if Hamish and Andy hate us.
Oh, it's a possibility.
They might have never ever seen anything, a clip ever, right? But imagine they've seen a few and they just hate us. Imagine they're like,
Despise us, yeah.
we hate them. Maybe they hate us. That would
Maybe
hurt.
they do.
bro.
And it would, no, to be
Look
honest,
at that. We got that in the background, the Hamish and Andy
I wouldn't be
lunchbox.
able to get over that because we appreciate and love everything they've done.
If they hated us, bro, I don't know what I'd do.
We bought their stuff, like we watch their shows, we listen to their podcasts, like we love them. And if
And
they
just
hated us,
they hate us, bro. They do hate us. They don't care about us.
they say never meet your heroes, and that might be a classic case.
I feel sad now.
I remember in
I can't eat.
our first ever podcast we did, episode 1, I posted a clip and it was like, we're manifesting we're going to meet Hamish and Andy and they're going to be on the show one day, right? If we could be half as good as them.
We've
it would be.
emailed, messaged, just nothing.
But what I'm saying is that first podcast we did, that clip I put out, I tagged them all in it. And Andy Lee's girlfriend or wife liked it.
That's true.
So she was there. She saw it.
Okay, so maybe they have.
Did she-
but that's what I mean. They don't like us.
Or maybe it's a 5-year rule. They're like, okay, once they've done it for 5 years, then I'll respect them.
Maybe.
Because will they respect someone that's just come in the game? Maybe.
We're veterans, surely. A
Getting
little
close. 167 episodes.
We're definitely all stars.
Oh, I think
We're all
we're
stars
in
for
the all-star
sure.
team.
Yeah.
Even if we're on the bench, we're there.
Yeah, we might not start, but we're all stars.
Yeah, if we get a few minutes, it counts.
Yeah, we'll make the most of those.
It's like when we hit 10K subscribers, we made ourselves a plaque.
Yeah, we did, because
deserved
YouTube
it.
don't respect small creators.
They don't.
So
They don't respect us at all.
That's a bit,
Really. Anyway, we'll move on to Who's Punching, Dill.
We got a few.
Welcome to Who's Punching with Jamo and Dylan.
Can you please settle the debate? Who's punching?
Easy.
Picture number 1.
Zoomy.
So we've got, he's a tall man. Tall, dark and handsome.
He is, or is she tiny?
Both? I reckon he's tall though, as well.
He does look tall.
Okay, so, yeah, she's a brunette girl.
The woman
I
is
think
punching.
she's punching. He's a good looking dude, bro.
He is. Second one.
Okay.
Okay.
She looks nicer here.
Yes, she does. I'm going to have them tied here.
Ty. They look good
Again,
together.
he's still a good-looking bloke. He's massively tall. Then this one here. How many more photos are there?
That's it.
Now, I am going to give this one a draw, and he wins
happy with
1-0.
that. I think he wins 1-0. Yeah,
He wins
I completely
1-0.
agree.
And it's just that first photo.
They are a good couple.
They are. They complement each other very well.
But, you know, she's nice looking, but he's a good looking guy.
Yeah.
You can't deny
How would
it.
we describe his features? Tall, dark, and handsome.
Tall, but I would
but
give him, I want to
tanned.
say more like, it gives me like Arabian vibes, like Arabian Prince type thing.
Arabian.
Yeah,
or even like
a-
Anglo-Indian.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm.
Like, oh, what's that?
Prince,
Aladdin, bro.
Aladdin,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah, man's like Aladdin. That's
Man
a
like
nice
Aladdin.
compliment. This is from actually a girl who has lots of following
Yes, I
on
did see
TikTok
this.
as well and on Instagram. She sent it in,
Yeah.
permission to be used on TikTok.
Okay.
So let's get into it. Me and my boyfriend are always arguing about who's punching. Can you settle it, please?
No need to argue.
Okay, so we've got them in a photo booth.
Little zoomy. Okay. Hard to separate here.
Wow, I'm stumped.
I'm stumped as well. I think there's right to be arguing at the moment because it's
What do
tight.
I do, bro, right now?
It's tight.
okay.
All right. Well, that's a draw for the first one. Second one. Was he raised the eyebrow like The Rock on purpose?
Wow, what's cooking, bruv?
What's cooking? Good looking.
Okay, in this photo,
Yes.
I think maybe she's punching.
Okay.
That's just what I think.
I want to know what's happening. Is that like a thing he was born with the eye, the eyebrow?
I think he's just being cool.
I
Maybe he's
reckon
just being a
that
little.
might be a photo pose. This one. He's doing it again.
Maybe it's always there.
But it wasn't in the first one. Maybe he got hit by a car or something. Nah.
What are we saying here? So is it? He's up 1-0.
1-0.
Okay, what's this one?
Maybe 2-0.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah. They're both in very relaxed clothing there. Here we've got the curves.
Yeah, curvy, bro.
He's got nice trim.
He
Nice
does
hair.
have a nice trim.
He has a light brown complexion. This woman just seems to be a white Caucasian female.
Curves for days, bro.
hips. She's wearing like a green. What would you call that?
A green get-up.
Green get up.
Yeah.
I like that. Green get up.
So what are we saying here?
This is like a personal preference thing. It's what you like.
Yeah. I'm really struggling to score.
Okay, so if you give
but he
this-
wins anyway, so
Yeah. Let's give that a draw
Yeah.
for that final one because that complements her body very well.
yeah, it does. She's dressed well.
I like the color. I'm a big fan of green. Headband suits her.
It does.
Again, his haircut's clean.
Yeah.
He's got a nice basic outfit. That one just wins. That one just wins. And then the first one you can't separate.
So we think
them.
he's a 2-0. He's won, but it's close.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
is.
they match well. They're
the
happy.
arguments can stop now.
Yeah, it's been settled.
It has been settled.
You know.
But thank you very much. We appreciate that message a lot. Okay. You're going to have to look it up. Matt Damon.
Damon. He'd be good to have on.
He would be.
Lots to talk
Message him
about.
too, guys.
Yeah, everyone message Matt Damon.
Everyone message everyone. Alrighty.
All right, we got 3 here. Hey, boys, love the potty. Who's punching out of the missus and I? Mates reckon I'm punching, but I don't think it's clear cut. So he's kind of sticking up for himself. He's going, boys, I'm telling you.
It's all good to stick up for yourself.
The men have won both. Can it be a clean sweep for the gents?
Here we go.
Because everyone always complains. You always say the men are punching.
Yeah.
We don't.
We don't.
Number 1.
Maybe he's punching a little
He's punching
bit.
in this one.
Yeah.
I like his T-shirt, though.
Yeah.
That's like Rog would wear. Rog wears thrills.
Yeah, he does. He loves that.
She's got
surfy.
a...
They both have surfy type
Yeah.
outfits on.
Fuck.
This
The
is
outfits have dropped here.
The outfits have dropped. But there's no disrespect in saying this, but he looks like a pro club's generic player.
Like the centre back you get?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's punching.
Maybe with a German name or something. Or just a really generic white name. Oh, okay, I like this.
Ah,
I
so
like
he's
this.
he's Donald Trump and she is a princess,
Yes.
I'm assuming, of some
Yep.
sort.
Look, the outfit's great. for
Yes.
him.
That's a great effort.
But she's put one in the back of the net.
She scored well here.
She's scoring well.
So she's won 3-0.
Yep.
She's wiped the floor with you. The lads are right.
No,
It's clear cut, Chief.
but yeah, the outfit choice is quite funny. It's nice. It's
Yeah,
cool.
no, that was a good get up. But yeah, it's clear cut.
Yeah.
Now you can sleep peacefully knowing that you're punching.
I'll see him on pro clubs.
Yeah.
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 So that was Who's Punching for the week. We hope you enjoyed it. We don't want to... The reason we're doing 3 a week is just to keep it nice for the listeners. Because if we have... You know, we could have 15 a week. Realistically, that's not...
We could have 15 a week for the next eternity, bro.
Yeah, for the next year.
The inboxes are... I've given up trying to keep up. It's that hard.
And stop following up. If you follow up, you will not be featured on the show.
I don't like it. Desperate doesn't work.
No.
It makes me feel annoyed.
Yeah.
If your time's meant to come, it'll come.
Yeah.
You can follow up if you've got us an opportunity with Matt Damon. That's it.
Yeah. Or any of the
Otherwise-
people coming to Perth.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the deal with Who's Punching. If you message us again, you will not be featured. That's just a thing that we have at the moment because it's annoying. We get people messaging us 6 times saying, why haven't I been on yet? Because you're fucking annoying. End
Yeah.
of story.
That's that.
All right, moving on to voice messages, Dyl.
We hope you're enjoying the Jamo and Dylan show. It's now time to have your stories heard and your questions answered. To be featured on the potty, message the boys at Jamo and Dylan on Instagram.
All right, let's get cracking.
All right.
Hey lads, Kiwi Chick from New Zealand here. Just want to say thank you for putting a laugh in day-to-day life. We've been going through a pretty rough breakup a few weeks ago, so it's good to listen to the potty and get a few smiles and giggles in. Just wanted to get your opinion on Mummy's Boys. I feel like it's just not talked about enough. I don't know what it's like in Australia. You know, like we talk about Desley and, you know, that sort of thing. It's really good to hear a healthy relationship with your mother, but I'm just wondering, where do we draw the line? Like, my ex was really, really close with his mother to the point where he was a 22-year-old male that would still kiss his mummy on the lips. And I just feel like that's so controversial. Like, sometimes she'd do it in front of me, and I'm thinking, Miss Ma'am, like, his lips have been somewhere that you probably don't want to be kissing. And it's just so fucking controversial. Like, if that happened...
All right.
We apologise for the breakup. We hope you're all good.
Yeah. She's got another story to tell later on.
That's
it's a good one. But she's coming up with another one. But
We are happy that...
I'm a mama's boy. I don't kiss my mum on the lips.
Yeah.
But I would definitely classify myself as a
I'd
mama's
class you
boy.
as one too, yeah. I love my mum. I wouldn't put myself in that category.
No, I wouldn't say you are. No.
But kissing your mum on the lips is a little bit extreme at 22.
At 22, yeah.
At 22. I mean,
That's some Tom Brady shit.
yeah, you're a grown man and you're thinking, well, mama, come here, love. It's a bit outrageous and she had every right to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And in terms of like her thinking, like, is it any different in Australia? It completely depends on the upbringing, cultural backgrounds as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because I notice a lot of like European men, Greek men, Italian, like if you come from that background, family is extremely important.
Yeah.
So
Very more kissy.
the bond between,
But it's usually a
cheek,
double dub.
yeah, not a tongue down the throat type thing.
Not
no.
usually. But
Unless you get lucky.
Some people are living different, bro. Would you say so? If you're not a mummy's boy, would you say you're more dad's boy?
Yeah, but I'm not kissing dad on the lips. Nah, I don't know. Not a daddy's boy.
Daddy's boy.
I think a lot of gay men would call themselves that.
They would, bro.
Daddy's boy.
They would.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't call myself that. No.
Nah. Not daddy's boy. All right. This is a lesbian love story.
Oh, is this the same girl?
So I've got a bit of a confession for you. I'm going to try and keep it quick and make it a short yarn. So I started a new job in March and I met this woman who was bi and she had a girlfriend at the time. I had a boyfriend as well. So we ended up just meeting at work, like cracking on, just got along so good, like never met anyone that you just click that deeply, that quickly, right away. It was practically unreal. And so like on a Thursday, every single Thursday tradition, we'd be going to the local pub after work. We would be out till about like 4 or 5 a.m. Just like after the pub closed, we'd go and sit in the car talking for ages and just like developing this connection. Anyway, we'd go to work at 6 a.m. after that. I don't even know how. And eventually things sort of escalated and we started to have a few feelings and emotions there for this person. And then what happened was eventually the sexual tension, as you'd say, started to develop a bit much.
Erupted.
And
Sneezing, bro.
we did a little bit of experimenting between girlfriends, I suppose you would call it. But my boyfriend ex now still doesn't know that I would go and see her and we would be like drunk and then ended up hooking up, staying at each other's houses, this sort of thing, kind of having a shit affair. Like, anyway, we eventually had to call it off because we were just both feeling way too guilty and it was just like way too much for us emotionally. We're still best of mates though, but yeah, I just want to know your thoughts. Like, am I a shit person for that? Or should he just never have known? And like, I knew that he's not very into like gay or lesbian anything, so he would not have been happy to know that I was experimenting behind his back. Cheers, lads.
She cheated on him.
Yeah, well,
she?
and they're exes now, so.
Yeah, I mean, it probably had... I reckon the guilt came into it. And she said it was a rough breakup, maybe because there was a bit of guilt there. And
he still doesn't know. So she was going off, I'm going out with the work girls.
Yeah.
And
like,
just getting in amongst it, bro.
And when you think about it, it's not... And like, this is just from our point of view, our perspective, it's not as bad as cheating with a guy.
No, it's
cheating
not.
is horrible.
I don't
it's
know
bad.
why, but it's just not.
It's
I
just
mean,
not.
if he's not, you know.
The thing is,
You didn't tell him.
that is so emotional. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sounded emotional. That's why it's more
emotionally
cheating.
driven. Yes, because in your head you're thinking, "Oh, I shouldn't be,"
So she
and
was-
that
that's
might make it
crazy,
feel
bro.
even
She
better
was-
too.
Had a boyfriend having
Yep.
sex with him,
Yep.
and then cheating on him with a woman.
Yep.
That's wow.
And she was sort of brushing it off like, "Oh, am I guilty?" If that was the courtroom and we were back in the court, guilty.
Crazy.
So, yeah, no, I like her voice messages though. That was good. Like the first one,
The accent I just repeat every
kept
word
you engaged.
just because of the accent. It's so
Right.
great to hear.
She sounds very mature for what, probably 22.
Yeah, I'd say she's that.
Yeah, but she sounded like 28.
That's because she's had like best
Oh, yeah,
men
yeah.
and women, bro.
Yeah, she's had lots of life experience.
She
hasn't
can do any, you know.
best of both worlds. Some would say.
Yeah,
Let's call her Miley Cyrus.
yeah. People have been loving her new song lately.
Hannah Montana.
Apparently, it's aimed at old mate
yeah,
Liam.
It's just
LH.
it's been out for 5 or 6 days and it's overplayed
blowing up.
already.
Yeah.
Like I'm a bit sick of it already, and I've heard it 4 times. So yeah, no, it's
That's what
not
happens,
bad.
bro.
Catchy, bad catchy. You know when songs are bad? Catchy?
Yeah.
yeah.
Getting in your brain,
You don't wanna
designed
like
that
it,
way.
and it just sits there.
All right, from Ben Swanson, Dear Sunday lead singer.
Yep, let's go.
A part 2 will come sometime of that podcast.
Big man ting, what one? Just following up on my story that I put on the other day. What's the more superior bunk in a bunk bed situation? Top or bottom? Because it's fucking rattled me. I always thought top. Now I'm thinking it humbles you getting up a fucking ladder to go to bed, doesn't it? Shit, bitch. Anyway, get a dear Sunday tat. Grow up. Love you. Bye. And yes, that's a drill going on in the background because I still work because Dear Sunday doesn't pay the bucks, you know. Love you.
Love you too, mate.
He's still on that grind.
He is.
Then I will get it tattooed, I promise you.
Oh, you will?
It'll happen one day.
Cheeky little Dear
I
Sunday.
swear I'm not going to go. It will happen. It will happen.
Would you prefer the words or would you prefer like
I'll probably have the
a
words
logo
because I
of
actually
some
think
sort?
the words will look cool as a tattoo. So I'm happy to get it. I don't know when
What,
it'll
are you-
happen, but
are you
I swear
thinking
it'll happen.
quad?
I'm probably quad, yeah.
Quad? Because
Probably
that's
just
where
right
he
there.
did the potty tat.
Yeah, I promise it'll happen.
He's the
I
first
swear.
person to get a Jamo and Dylan type tat.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we practically invented the word potty that everyone uses
We
now.
definitely invented that fucking word. 1 million percent. Try and physically find someone saying it, referring to a podcast before 2019. You won't.
I found one.
Who?
But he's a guy in Melbourne, I believe.
Before us.
Yeah, his actual podcast is called Poddy or something like that.
Is it still around?
I'm not sure. Ours have stood the test of time, though, haven't they?
Fuck him. I hate him.
All right, so we go back to the question.
Yeah.
So the question is, what is the more superior bunk in a bunk bed?
I don't think I've ever slept on a top bunk before
Really?
in my whole life.
Not even like a school camp or anything?
I've always been a bottom bunk.
Okay.
I don't know what it's like sleeping high.
I prefer bottom bunk.
I have to because I haven't had top.
I prefer bottom bunk due to the fact it's stable down there. Mm-hmm. It is easier to get out of bed if I need to go
Yeah.
to the toilet, if I'm going for a midnight snack of some sort. I didn't have a bunk bed growing up,
I never had a bunk bed growing
but
up.
I've slept in a few over
You
the
slept
time.
top on top.
I've slept on top bunk. Yeah.
That's insane.
Top bunk I didn't really like because of the climbing aspect. And
Yeah.
like Ben said, like the climbing aspect sort of, it ruins it a bit.
Yeah.
Like it's a bit like, oh, you have to climb up to go to bed.
A mate I used to know had a bunk bed and I like broke the side of it.
How?
It was I won't say who. So like it was me, a mate,
Yeah.
and I'll write the names down because it
brother
makes
or
them
something?
no.
Yeah, I knew that. I literally knew.
Do you know
Wait.
him? This is a mate I used to have in primary school, right?
Yeah, I don't know him.
I used to have this mate in primary school.
Anyway, I know him though.
Yeah. So me, an Asian, and an Asian, right?
Okay.
And
You're
like
in the Asian Oreo.
yeah, so yeah, bro, light brown biscuits.
Light brown. You're that mocha
Like,
Oreo.
yeah. So we were in friend two's room. Should I use fake names or?
Just use generic names like
Yeah.
Chris and Ryan or something.
Yeah. Okay, generic names like Chris and Ryan. That sounds good. So we're in Ryan's room.
Yeah.
Okay, and he has a bunk bed, but he has one of those bunk beds that has a desk as the first level, and then
Okay.
and it he was like, I guess you could say he was a fat kid.
Oh.
So we climbed up to his bunk bed and stuffed under his pillow, stuffed down the sides would be like bag of Cheetos, like just food. And so we make fun of him for being like a fat ass and like, what the like, this is disgusting. How are you living like this? Like bowls in his bed, you know, like it's disgusting. So he's like sort of crying, I guess.
Sorry, no. you've made a kid cry.
And then like, so if the bunk bed's there, the desk is underneath, then on the other side, there's a little shelf. So it obviously has all these books, like all these printer, everything. And then, so we're trying to like look through this like fucking bed to find more food. But he was getting mad. He's like, don't go up on my bunk bed. Like, so then we go up. I like want to check around the bed. So I stand on the shelf, right? And pop up on the bed. And then it all just gives way. The whole shelf breaks, 4 levels, printer smashed, everything, right? And then I look at Chris and we're looking at each other like, what the fuck do we do? Like, and we just instant thought was lie.
Wait, so he's not in the room at the time?
He left, right? So that's why I had a quick look up, a sneak look up. And then it's everything smashed, right? And then he comes back in and he's like, face just drops and like he's crying, right? And he's like, what happened? And we're like, oh, because you're so fat, the bed broke.
He wasn't even on it. And you still use the
And he
joke.
believed it.
No, he didn't believe it.
We just told him that it broke because he's like fat because he has too much
What
like
does
on
he
the
look like
weight
now?
on the bed. No, he's not fat now.
Can I get a photo
Yeah.
now? Because like,
And like it was just crazy, bro. Like he was so.
are
Like,
you still friends with him?
If
Or
I
like-
see him, yeah. He was a good bloke. Like I
So,
like him.
Do you?
Yeah, of course.
You went to his house, called him fat, made him cry, and then broke his bed.
I have heaps of stories, bro.
Of
about
him?
Oh, fucking so funny, man.
Did he ever make fun of you guys or no?
No, he was one of my best friends
Oh,
from my child. Like definitely.
so he's a best friend. Oh, he's not even like big anymore.
No, not now.
So he was just a chubby kid,
Yeah, and like gullible.
clearly.
Oh, I love that bloke.
He's in a different room and the whole room's broken.
And we bought it. Unbelievable. One time also like me and him made a bet. He reckons I couldn't choke him out in a headlock. So then like I was like, okay, let me put you in a headlock. Let's try. It was it's stupid, right? And he just like I stood behind him and just started choking him. And I told him tap out if you like, it hurts too much. But he didn't tap out. And he just started like, I couldn't see him. And in front of him was like my mate and his brother. And I'm choking him. And he's like, starts crying and shit. And like, and my
didn't he
mate's brother's like, stop.
Surely you would stop at this stage.
Yeah, after he told me to stop, it was like at the last second. I let go and he's like, his face is all like red and crying. He didn't tap. That's what I'm saying.
It's his fault again.
Unbelievable,
I want to
bro.
meet this bloke and give him a hug.
Fucking what? Honestly,
He's got all this childhood trauma.
I've got a million more. I got to think of them, but just what a time to be alive.
Oh,
That was a good, eh? Good bloke. Played in the flag with me at indoor soccer.
oh really?
Yeah. We let him join.
Would he still be handy now or no?
No. He was shocking.
Oh, but he'd still want a flag.
Yeah, because
Where did he play?
at Fitzpatrick's.
Centre back or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Hard to get around.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Wow. All right.
I wish I could meet him.
Maybe we will one. I've run into him a few times at an event and stuff.
Cool.
Good guys.
Hey fellas, was just driving and had a thought of possibly a new segment you guys could do on the show.
Okay.
People send in and like verbally say it, jokes, and you decide whether it's funny or not. Because number one, some people might think, fuck, that's a ripper joke, and then they send it in and you boys don't laugh, and they've just absolutely thrown themselves over the ledge. Reckon it could be pretty funny, but love the Poddy boys, take it easy, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that bullshit, and big year for the Poddy. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Not a bad idea.
I reckon we should run that up for next week.
So what?
We'll give it a pilot.
I thought about this. I want people, because I don't want to even listen to it before it comes through, right?
Okay.
Because then it'll ruin it for me, right?
Oh, so right.
Send the voice message and literally write joke for the segment. Like, so type those words in, joke for the segment.
Yeah. What should we call the segment?
I don't know. Something with Jamo.
Funny or
Dylan.
not with
Yeah.
Jamo and Dylan. Okay, so what you're going to do is type it. So you're going to send a voice message and then to differentiate it, you're going to have to write in capitals, funny or not, or for funny or not.
Yeah.
Or this is
Yeah.
for funny or not with Jamo and Dylan, right?
And we'll go through a few.
And then this will be a TikTok series that'll do amazing.
Millions and
And
billions.
we say thank you to El Musco.
Yeah. No, Billy.
Thanks, Billy.
Big Billy. Billy B.
Billy B.
The better Billy.
Billy Burger Boy.
All right. Last voice message.
G'day, boys. Love the Poddy.
Adios.
Just a quick one for you lads. What are your thoughts about opening up birthday presents in front of people? Like, do you feel like it should be done in your own time or in front of them? Because it's currently my birthday at the minute, but just opened up my girlfriend's gift, which was very nice. It was a lovely Acne Studios t-shirt.
But I felt bad at my reaction. Like, my reaction wasn't amazing. And initially when I looked at the gift, I didn't really like it, but it's grown on me now. So, yeah, just wanted to know what your thoughts were in regard to that and ways around it for not disappointing the person giving the gift. Keep up the good work, lads.
That's a hard one.
It's always a bit awkward.
It is. I don't think, like, I like the thought of doing it in your own time, but I also want to share that moment with the person because they've
I've
gone
gotten
to
better
effort.
at it as I've gotten older.
I would say I'm like a 7 out of 10 at it. Like, I always, anything, if I get anything from anyone, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just grateful like that. But then there's a scale, there's a tier list, isn't there?
Of course, bro. Yeah.
You're going to have better things. Sometimes I'll get something that's worth a quarter of what the good gift is worth. But
I guess
like
there's
it
less
more.
surprises these days because more it's just what do you want?
Exactly.
And, you know,
you sort of make a
so
little
it's
list.
a happy time.
Yeah, it is a happy time. Tips for it, it's hard. Like, I don't like faking enthusiasm.
Well, it's sad he didn't like the shirt when it came through.
And now he likes
it's
it.
grown on him.
And that's hard because then your partner's going to be like, well, you don't like it.
Yeah,
And
you don't
probably
like
just stay
and
with
she'll
that.
start thinking you don't like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate that. Oh, you think I'm a shit gift giver, so you hate me.
You don't love me.
Yeah. That's like, I got a shirt and it was a great idea from Grace. It was almost like a soccer shirt made by brand. And you know when you get something and at first I was like, this is awesome. This is cool. And then you put it on and it's too small and it fits weird and it makes
Did you say it straight away?
No.
Could she
She
tell
could
though?
feel it. And
Well, she goes, you don't like it.
she was like, oh, I can't remember exactly how it played out, but it was just she could sense disappointment when I put it on. Before I put it on, it was good. When I put it on, I was sort of looking at it. What I do...
You're like, oh, yeah.
No, because I'm standing there and I'm looking in the full-length mirror, right? And then I'm like pulling it down. I'm trying to like stretch it out and like fix the collar and stuff. And then she's like, you don't like it.
Did she like it?
When I put it on, I think she didn't.
But then she doesn't want to give up on it.
No, so what we did was I liked the brand that she got it from. So I said, okay, I don't want you to be disappointed. Like I was really good about it, but I hate that awkward feeling because like she's used her brain to get that for me. We ended up we replaced it with a shirt that I do like from the brand.
Okay, good enough.
And it fits better and
Yeah.
I like it and it's good and it's happy days.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a right way to go about it because it's
But at least you
really-
got something you liked in the end.
Yeah, but this is one thing I dislike more is if I had have not said anything and kept that shirt and never worn it, she would one day be like, "Oh,
Why don't you
wear it? You must hate it."
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That sucks as well.
So if she sees me wearing the one that we exchanged it for regularly, then it's a win, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Completely agree.
indeed. Confession time.
Yeah, we got 4. This is going to crack an hour. So everyone can be happy.
It's now time to dive into your deepest and darkest confessions. Let's hear what the people have to get off their chest.
I have a confession deal. I'm really good at harmonica.
There we go.
we
You should
go.
start busking, bro.
I should.
See how much money you make
Be like
in a
Ed
day.
Sheeran, tap my feet.
One-man show.
Hey fellas, how's it going? Look, I have a bit of a confession, and I don't think it's anything bad, but so my ex and I recently broke up, and it wasn't like a bad breakup or anything. Like, I don't hate his guts. I was obviously like hurt and devastated, but don't hate his guts. Not a bad guy. But we still have each other on like Snap, Instagram, Facebook, like everything like that, and he still has his Snap maps on. I'm not like psycho or anything. Like, I don't message him. Like, I don't care what he's doing. Like, I'm not going to message him. I haven't spoken to him since like the whole incident. But every now and then I go and look at his Snapchat and like see where he's at. But every time he's not at his house, I obviously panic and it sends me into a spiral. Now, I know a lot of girls like message their exes and stuff like that. I'm not going to do that. But I just had to get that little confession off my chest. Keep up the good work, fellas. Love the Poddy. Listen to it literally every single day. Like, I repeat episodes. I love it so much.
Thank you. We appreciate
Appreciate it.
it.
That's lovely.
This girl's acted like Josephine Goldberg.
Yeah, bro. Straight up.
She's on that snap maps lurking.
She's looking more than she's letting on to.
Yeah, definitely. She's looking every
That's
half
her
an
hobby,
hour.
bro.
It is. And I guess it could become like an addiction. Yeah, and she's acting like female Joe Goldberg.
Yep.
Lurking, just always wanting to know.
She's not over him yet.
She's not.
I wonder if he's looking at hers.
She's
maybe.
not over him and she's not under him. She's in the middle. She's
Yeah.
lost. Lost puppy. Not a bad breakup.
But a sad breakup.
It's cool. And it's changed her view
Yeah.
on everything. Because now she's thinking, he's not a bad guy. Like, he's a good guy. But when you see him go to all these different addresses
It's
you've never seen
tearing her
before,
up.
tearing you up from the inside
He's in that hot
out.
girl suburb.
You, and this is my piece of advice, would be to never speak to him again.
And
Good luck.
don't look at the snappies.
Yeah. Or just like even like restrict him.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
you can't see that
restrictions.
stuff.
Yeah.
Works.
My girlfriend can't sit still and brush her teeth. And from what I've seen, it's the same with most chicks. They have to be walking around looking for something while simultaneously trying to brush their teeth. Obviously, this is something I feel strongly about. Love the potty. Keep it up, boys.
Grace doesn't do that. Doesn't wander. I wander.
I wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will.
Carly wanders. No, I like to wander.
I walk through the house. Sometimes I do my teeth in the shower as well.
I do that sometimes, not
Yeah.
a lot, but sometimes, yeah.
I'd say half the time.
Yeah. I do it maybe like 20%.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I'd say 50 for me. But like if
my-
I'm doing
yeah, I
it
don't-
before going out or something, I'll definitely be wandering.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like wandering with my phone. I'll have like a YouTube video on and I'll walk with phone in one hand and brushing
Yeah,
teeth
I have
in the
YouTube
other.
video in the bathroom and then brush teeth, wander around, maybe continue a convo or like listen because mum might be talking to me and I'll say, oh, keep talking. I can hear you. I'm just going to brush
Yeah.
my teeth. You know, because
I like you're mid-conversation, but I like to be doing things. And it's not disrespectful. It's my brain works better when I'm wandering around.
yeah.
We should do a walking podcast one day.
Yeah.
See how many Ks we can notch up.
That's what Gary Neville does, though, is pretty much.
Yeah, true.
Whatever it's called. I've seen a few of those.
But yeah, like I'll be talking to mum or dad and I'll say, no, keep talking. I'm just going in my room just to grab something.
yeah.
And then it's funny, they have to raise their voice, change decibel levels just to keep
To
up.
adjust, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Ick for both girl and guy. Seeing someone run down a hill and they can't control their pace and their limbs are just flying everywhere. Got that weird step too.
Yeah, we used to have that. Our school cross country, we had a downward. You remember that bit? Yep. But you gain lots of speed.
Yeah, no, you feel like when you turn the corner after that, you feel good. Like
Yeah.
you feel like you got a bit of wind about you, you know? But I can see how that would be, Nick, if you're seeing the love of your life flail down a hill.
Yeah, definitely. And it does work with boys and girls.
Yeah.
But
Because girls are even goofier a lot of time with coordination. Like, they can have some pretty bad falls. I can remember from school seeing some, bro.
Yeah.
Like when Dalton ran into Maddie and just murdered her.
Yeah. I would have landed
Crazy.
on my feet like a cat personally.
Yeah, but I would have triple backflipped.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay, this is a sad story.
Oh,
This is
the last one of the week as well.
The last confession, and then we've got a few little questions to go through
Oh,
as well
true.
that were sent in.
Yeah.
So yeah, cracking the hour.
We are.
Okay. I want to see what other people think of this because I've never experienced it in a relationship before. My boyfriend, his best friend, and the best friend's girlfriends are all super close.
Okay.
To the point where people who are friends with them call them the thruple as a joke. So it's the boyfriend, the best friend, and his girlfriend. They're called the thruple as a joke. At first, I thought it was just because they were all close, and I expected as his girlfriend to become friends with them, and I was excited to meet them and get to know them.
Yeah.
She sounds like an honest, lovely girl.
She does.
But since we've been dating, they have organised a trip away and surprised him with it over a long weekend that me and him had talked about going away on. So he went into that because they paid for it and told me we would go another weekend. We all went to a football game and I met them there to find out the three of them had gone for dinner prior to a restaurant that she'd been dying to go to. Then another time we went to a birthday and he went home with them to finish watching a TV series they were all watching. So I left his friend's birthday on my own and he left with them. I don't know how to feel because TBH is not doing anything wrong. He's not cheating and he won't as they're his best friends and they're in a relationship and he's allowed to have his own friends and hang out without me. I expected that when we started dating we would hang out as two couples, but I can't help but feel like a fourth wheel. I just can't help but feel like he's a part of their relationship. I don't know if I'm being jealous or have any right to be upset. I'd be interested to see what you guys think. Love the potty. Thanks, guys.
That's weird. I think you have a little bit of a right.
I reckon they're fucking.
All three?
For sure, bro. And even if they're not, right, he's in the wrong. He's been a prick,
He doesn't
bro.
want you there ever.
It's so weird.
And this could ruin a relationship, but she can't keep going along. She's getting strung along.
She's better than that, bro.
She seems kind and genuine, and she's not getting what she probably deserves. She needs the time and effort, and some people don't put that in, do they?
It's sad, man. No, some people don't put that in, and you get broken up with if you don't put in time and effort into things. Things don't work out well. That's life. You know what I mean? You got to put in effort in relationships to be there. You got to be present.
Present at all times.
Yeah. You got to do your most, you know?
You've got to be a present as well.
That's a good, yes.
Be a gift to that person. Enhance their life. Don't try and hold them back. Don't see this guy, this pagan. Just, how would you describe him in 3 words without even seeing him?
I just saw him, but I'm going to say annoying.
Yep. 2 more words.
Slimy.
Yeah, 1 more word. Come on, spit it out.
Annoying,
Slimy, and
fucking loser, bro. I don't know.
Oh.
He sounds lame, bro. He sounds lame.
Oh, I
just
reckon
don't-
what show do you reckon they watched? I reckon it was Stranger Things.
Yeah. Oh,
That's what I think.
this the man. Look, that's his handle. Instagram.
Oh, can you zoom in? Oh, a bit older. Yeah, he's involved.
Oh.
He is involved. Oh, well.
A few questions.
Yes.
What's your goal for the year, fellas? To grow. We want
To
these
grow.
big guests. We just want to grow numbers wise.
We are a plant, right? And the plant grows to 3 meters tall, right?
Yeah.
We're currently at 0.5 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's a good way to put it. Are City better with or without Haaland? It's a tough one. I think they're taking time to adjust with a new,
As it
as a
would.
proper centre forward in the
Completely
team.
different way of scoring goals.
At the moment, they're not as good as they were. Like, they're not at their peak, obviously.
Correct.
Maybe they'll have a new one.
I think this is a transitional period.
for sure. They're not as good as they were last year. That's a fact.
Yes. I think, though,
But they probably might become better than they were when they gel as a team. I don't know.
2 months ago, though, they were winning games and he was scoring
That's the
2 a
thing.
game.
I think now it's just maybe because they're playing more direct, people are... Like last season, it was impossible to touch the ball against them. Now they're a bit more direct. You know they're looking for Haaland. Maybe
Yeah.
teams are starting to figure out we can stop that one way.
In the last few games, they barely even got into their own box.
That's the thing.
They're shit at attacking
last
right
year,
now.
last season, you could not stop them
Yeah.
from scoring, whether you wanted to or not.
How
So,
good my team and your team have beaten them recently.
Crazy, bro. In a row.
So
There's weakness
Look,
there. And it's
it
making the
is-
league exciting, which is good.
a lot of people are saying, "Oh, yeah, they're way better. They'd be better off without him."
I think that's
I
crazy.
disagree.
No, that's
I
crazy.
think that he will be like a one of a kind
Yeah,
type
for
striker
sure.
where he finishes.
They're
Pretty
gonna
much
win. They're gonna
everything.
win big things with him. Just they need time to adjust. I think.
I think this season. Oh, do I be bold? What's your top 3 prediction?
Top 3 will be in order or just the teams
In
that'll be
order.
there. I think Arsenal will get there.
Yep, I'm going.
Arsenal. I still think City then United.
That's what I've
Yeah.
gone as well.
I don't think we'll
City
pick
will
them,
probably.
but I
turn-
think we'll get close.
City will probably turn a corner. I think United will still be strong.
If Arsenal don't win, they're ultimate fumblers. Like
Yeah.
they've got a lead now. They got a game in hand. Like
Newcastle 4th.
I hope Newcastle 4th. I'd love to see them in the Champions League.
Tottenham
again.
are shit at the moment, but they'll finish 5th, I think.
They annoy me, bro. I just want Kane and Son to leave and get success.
Yeah.
Because they're both elite players. And if they don't have any trophies to show for it, they'll get disrespected in the
Yeah.
future, you know? Is it worth taking time off after university before working to travel? Yes.
I would say yes.
Definitely,
yeah.
bro.
I think-
Even if you want to take time before starting university.
Yeah, and like things can happen on that, let's say 6 months or year off or whatever you
Yeah.
decide to take, that will change your perspective. Maybe you won't want to go, maybe you want to change your course.
Yep.
You might meet someone. You never know.
That's very true.
Got rumbly belly
Hungry.
today.
I'm hungry too.
Wow.
Any good ones? Oh, yep. We got featured on the fellas potty. Yes,
Yep,
we
beautiful.
did. Daniel Ricciardo, we did message him.
Yep.
Why does my boyfriend watch more porn / wank than time we have sex in a week? Well, that's sad.
Yeah, I don't think.
I actually feel bad for you.
I feel bad as well. That's not a good sign. That's
not a good sign at all. If not that it shouldn't be it shouldn't be replacing what you guys have.
No.
That's sad, bro.
It's like on FIFA, you're in career mode and you've got to split the wages for a lone player, right? He's splitting it 70-30 in favour of porn. It should not be that way.
Modern world, bro. It's sad a lot of the time.
It is.
It is.
Realistically, you'd want it to be 100-0.
Yeah. But,
90-10.
you might, in your spare time, you can do what you like. But it shouldn't
It's negatively
take over.
And it's negatively impacting them, it seems.
It's
from
sad.
what she's if she's come to us about it, it's an issue.
Yeah. That's
it. Massive episode for you guys.
Oh, I'm tired.
I enjoyed it. There was some good bits, some
this
funny
is a great
moments.
episode.
So we hope you enjoyed it. That's episode 167 done. Like, subscribe. Try and get us a guest. We know
We'll
you
try
guys.
as well.
We know you guys will do everything in your power to help us as we try and help you each week.
Mm-hmm.
Much love, and we'll see you at episode 168.
Thank you for listening to the Jamo and Dylan Show. Make sure to subscribe to the boys on YouTube and share the podcast with a mate.